Actually, hometown to. Oh, I'm 11.
Out here.
That's the one, Andy.
No, it's all good. Shabbat Shalom. Good evening. Welcome. It is wonderful to be with all of you here in the sanctuary celebrating Sisterhood Shabbat, as well as celebrating many wonderful B'nai Mitzvah tomorrow. And wonderful to be with all of you who are joining us via the live stream at home. So as you'll see, we have many participants with us this evening, and we are honored to share the Bima with our friends from Sisterhood, as well as our B'nai Mitzvah. So we are going to get started now on page 2 with our opening prayer. Hopefully everyone has the special Sisterhood Siddur for tonight. If you don't, please let us know and we will make sure you have one. And maybe let's silence our cell phones, Abby. I was just going to say that. God is calling. Hi there. She can reach us later.
I think I'm okay. Hi. On this Sisterhood Shabbat, we thank you, O God, for the joys of the past, for the friendships created, and the accomplishments achieved. Like a tapestry, the work of our minds, hearts, and hands stands before us. We thank you, God, for helping us to fulfill a need, support a cause, extend a warm hand to a stranger. Together, we have learned, worked, and rejoiced, always growing, always changing. Thank you, God, for our diversity and our ability to come together for the common good of our congregation and our community. We are grateful for our loved ones who support us and understand the significance of the contribution we make. As we look to the future, grant us strength and energy to persevere in the work we do.
When we are weary with the daily demands of the busy world in which we live, help us to find the time and the desire to contribute to the well-being of others. Help us to stand back for a moment and appreciate the larger picture, and implant within us the drive to enhance the beautiful world which you have created for us. Grant us, O God, the imagination, creativity, and vision to approach each task with freshness and enthusiasm. Awaken in us the sensitivity to identify needs of those who might not ask for help, and prompt us to respond quickly to those who cry out in need. Grant us courage to lend our voices in working towards truth, justice, and peace in our world.
We continue on page 3 with Amy and Janet.
Thank you, God, for the blessing of sharing Shabbat with the sisterhood of hundreds of unique individuals, members of our family and friends, for the power of thoughts, and for the sharing of ourselves, our hopes, our dreams, and our fears. May we continue to live with the feelings of connectedness and spirituality. Blessed is the opportunity and what we choose to do with it.
Thank you for the ability to find our own uniqueness and the courage to embrace it. Thank you for giving us intelligence, insight, and the ability to change, free will to choose our own destiny. Thank you for giving us the ability to communicate, the ability to create the reality of our lives. We hope that someday people will take responsibility for their actions, so that we can have peace, tikkun olam, a healthy environment, trust, and a safe world for our children. We pray that this Shabbat, that what we share together will be another block in the building of a sense of community and friendship.
We join with cantor and choir on page 4 as we join together in singing Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Min Melech Malachei, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Min Melech Malachei, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem Shalom Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barchoni leShalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeitzchem Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We continue on page 5 as we light our Shabbat candles. We're going to have Mary Camplain join us for that.
This light is mine. It was given to me in love. It was given to me in peace. This light was hers, that mother in our past who held it with pride. This light was theirs, those sisters of ages past who held it in awe. This light will be theirs, those daughters of our heart, may they hold it with care. A light won by strength, by suffering, by selflessness. We praise you, O God, and pray that for all time we will kindle our light with blessed freedom, the flame a constant, a beacon in our lives. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Shabbat Shalom. And although it comes at the end of the booklet, we are going to turn to the back to page 30 for Kiddush. The service is not over. We'll come back to the rest of it. But we are going to have the two very special young men who are being called to the Torah tomorrow morning, Daniel Malik and Jonathan Gordon, to the Bima to lead us in Kiddush this evening. You should come tomorrow morning at 10:30. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Baruch atah. Oh, yeah. So much.
The seventh day is consecrated to God. With wine, a symbol of joy, we celebrate this day in its holiness. We give thanks for all our blessings, for life and health, for work and rest, for home and love and friendship. On Shabbat, eternal sign of creation, we remember that we are created in the divine image. We therefore raise the cup in thanksgiving.
Told you, come tomorrow morning.
Yep.
Nope, you're right. You're right.
Oh, yeah.
You're good. You're good.
Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Parei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kichanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikra kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim kivanu v'harta kerashanu kidashta mechaharim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uratzon hinchatanu Baruch atah Adonai mechadesh haShabbat.
L'chaim. Who wants grape juice?
I'll do it.
What a guy.
Yep.
Wait, do you want some too, Daniel?
I guess because. Thank you for the fine paper.
Who needs Solomon and the babies? We've got the rabbi and the kiddush.
I said, who needs Solomon and the babies? We've got that.
Oh, yes, I did.
All right. We might not leave. Now that we've all welcomed Shabbat, or mostly. We're still singing L'Chadodi on page 6. We are going to welcome the Sabbath bride to join us for Sisterhood Shabbat, and we will join Cantor and our Sisterhood choir.
לחדודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. 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 שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ותפארת ולתחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה. מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשי במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. בואי בשלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה. תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה בואי כלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה.
We turn to page 7 and rise for the Baruch Hu, our call to worship.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך, ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
Jewish womanhood, from the women of valor extolled in the Bible down to a recent heroine, Golda Meir, has represented faith, loyalty, and love. As sisterhood women, we are special women of faith. We are surrounded by others who share that faith and care as we care. We know each other not only by name, but by commitment. We have experienced the strength we can impart to each other when our hearts are joined in spirit. We know the impact we can have upon our community and society when our minds are of single purpose.
We have seen the contribution we can make to our synagogue, to the Reform movement, and to Judaism when our hands are united. We are adding our voices to those of Reformed Jewish women everywhere, and are translating the principles of Judaism into action and concern. So may we continue to act as partners in sustaining and transmitting a heritage of faith, and may we appreciate more than ever the opportunity that sisterhood affords us to live more deeply as women of faith.
may be seated as we continue with the chanting of Ve'ahavta, page 10.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Every person in the world is linked to every other person. When we share food with a hungry neighbor, we strengthen our link to humanity.
When we donate time to a local charity, we strengthen our link to humanity.
When we give money to a needy stranger, we strengthen our link to humanity.
When we listen to a troubled friend, we strengthen our link to humanity.
When we support a fleeing refugee, we strengthen our link to humanity.
Every act that strengthens our community strengthens the humanity of the world.
May our actions lead us to a better world. Then we will sing as Moses, Miriam, and all Israel sang at the shores of the sea.
יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
God bless these dedicated women who through their work and commitment reach out to reform Jewish women everywhere in an effort to bond us together and to help us grow and strengthen numbers through our sisterhoods. We feel a warmth of friendship we have given to each other, the pride and success of work and sharing well done, and the excitement and challenge of projects yet to come. Instill within us courage, wisdom, and inspiration to go forward and realize our goals. May God watch over us and bless us with the harmony of love, compassion, and especially peace.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. ביני ובין בניהם אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש.
We continue on the bottom of page 13 and rise for tefillah.
אדוני שפתי תפתח ופי יגיד תהילתך. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Agadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei Hakol, Ve'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevii Geula Livnei Bneihem, Leman Shemo be'ahava. Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham be'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei hakol atah Rav le'Hoshia. Mechakel chayim bechesed, Mechayei hakol berachamim rabim. Somech noflim derafei cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem be'emunato lishenei afar. Michamocha ba'al devurot, ומדומך מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
You may be seated.
We're on page 17. Here our prayer responsive reading. I expect it done with Ruach. For the continued blessing of life and gift of time's measured hours, for the vision of tomorrow's dreams and experience of loving moments, hear our prayer, God, hear our prayer. For the mutual understanding of friends and moments of lighthearted laughter, relationships in time and places, and the closeness gained from togetherness, hear our prayer, God, hear our prayer. For the healing of those in pain from illness or loss and their receiving relief from suffering, for the satisfaction experienced from helping others, and the feelings of joy in sharing their good fortune. Hear our prayer, God, hear our prayer. For all these blessings in our lives, hear our prayer, God, hear our prayer.
We thank you for everything we have, for everything we may yet have. And we thank you above all for the very ability to thank you and to promise to give back to you in prayers and to others in love and caring. Let our thanks not be empty words. Let our gratefulness be accompanied by our acting as your willing partner in building a world of peace.
The middle of 18, our prayer for peace.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Ki ata melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. V'tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Tasim Le'olam. Tasim Le'olam.
With those words in our heads and hearts and the beautiful sounds from the Sisterhood Choir in our ears, we take a moment for silent meditation.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום, עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום. May the one who makes peace above and watches over us help us build a world filled with love. May the one who makes peace above and blesses all of us. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל,
We're going to continue on page 23 and invite the congregation to please rise as we invite all of our members of Sisterhood up onto the bema for the portion of our service for the installation of our leadership council. Please rise. Up on the bema. Well, I mean, as best as we can. We are grateful for your guidance and leadership over the years. For those of you who have served many years in the past, for those of you who are transitioning onto the Leadership Council, for those of you returning to the Leadership Council, we are grateful. And so we join together on page 23 with this installation prayer.
This is the day of installing leadership. This is the day of accepting duty. This is the day of sharing responsibility. And this is the day of rededicating yourselves as women of faith. The leaders of our people have always carried the Torah, held it a law for all to follow. The sacred book is at the heart of Judaism and in the hearts of all synagogue women. This is the source from which we receive the understanding of all our aims and purposes. And so I call upon our newly elected and rededicated officers to join me at the ark.
So you're already there. You're so dedicated that you are ahead of the curve. It's all right. We're all in it together. And we continue on page 24.
As Sisterhood women, we are special women of faith. We are surrounded by others who share that faith and care as we care. We know each other not only by name, but also by commitment. We have experienced the strength we can impart to each other, and our hearts are joined in spirit. We know the impact we can have upon our community and society when our minds are of a single purpose. We have seen the contribution we can make to our synagogue, to the Reform movement, and to Judaism when our hands are untied. We are adding our voices to those of Reformed Jewish women everywhere, and we are translating the principles of Judaism into action. And so may we continue to act as partners in sustaining and transmitting the heritage of faith, and may we appreciate more than ever the opportunity that the Sisterhood affects us to love more deeply as women of faith.
Amen.
This is sacred work that you have been committed to, many of you, for many, many years now. And so with taking this sacred work to heart and continuing your devotion, not only to women of Reformed Judaism, to the Sisterhood of Mainline Reformed Temple, but to the Jewish people and the community and world at large, we are grateful. And so it is our great honor and privilege to bestow upon you the ancient blessing of the Jewish people. May God bless you and take care of you. May God's countenance shine upon you, be kind and gracious to you. May God's presence be with you on this journey, and may God always grant you shalom, wholeness, and peace. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, and Mazel Tov.
Simen Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simen Tov, Simen Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simen Tov, Simen Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simen Tov, Yehelanu, 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 Ulecho Yisrael, Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulecho Yisrael, Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulecho Yisrael, Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulecho Yisrael. Mazel tov.
It is my pleasure to introduce our outgoing, thank you very much, co-presidents, Ami Lahner and Liz Stoller.
It is hard to think back to 3 fairly long years ago when we first started in our positions. So much has happened during this time. Some very sad and unfortunate things, but also lots of good things. And so we'd like to share some of the goodness that we have witnessed and been a part of during our tenure. We have been lucky enough to have learned so much from our many presenters at the programs our sisterhood planned. And we also learned a lot from each other along the way. Some of the highlights from the early years of our presidency, because it was so long, include the Women of the Wall presentation, which enlightened us about the fight for equal prayer rights that women in Israel are fighting for at the Western Wall, and a panel on gun violence where some local clergy, dignitaries, and lay leaders shared some personal and political insights about the ongoing crisis of gun violence in Philadelphia. Before COVID hit, we were lucky enough to take a trip to see the Ruth Bader Ginsburg exhibit at the Jewish Museum right before her passing. Following that, we helped put together a program on reproductive health and rights. Sadly, RBG is not here to defend our rights as women. We will obviously need to stay heavily involved in this topic.
Thanks, Liz. And we can't forget our amazing fundraising success over these past 3 years. Who would have thought that during a global pandemic that we would have had our most successful Shalach Manot fundraiser 2 years in a row? We are immensely proud of the fundraising efforts during our tenure, but we must attribute that success to the dedicated team of Sisterhood members who worked tirelessly on these programs. Our annual Shalach Manot program has become a huge point of pride for us, and we owe particular thanks to Lisa Greenblatt and Jackie Bobrin, who's not here, for this. This year, we also revamped our traditional rummage sale and held our first ever Better Home and Garden sale. We could not have pulled this off without our amazing planning committee and the help of the temple staff, specifically Amy Krulik and Dave Grime. Over the years, it has become clear that we cannot expect to pull off these massive undertakings without the support of the whole temple. Thank you to everyone from the maintenance staff to the ECE teachers who allowed us to change their routines to accommodate our sale. We hope you agree that it was worth it because we are so pleased to say that we earned over $9,500. This money helps us to support the many donations that our sisterhood makes to charitable organizations such as the Mitzvah Circle Foundation, Planned Parenthood, our disaster relief funds, which this year are going to help Ukrainian refugees, as well as some of our local neighbors, including the Calvary Baptist Church, who we've partnered with for many years.
And finally, we'd like to put in one last plug to encourage everyone to send in their confirmation greetings. This fundraiser supports the WRJ's Yes Fund and is a lovely way to congratulate our 10th graders who have reached a milestone in their Jewish education. While it hasn't always been easy, we would like to thank you for sticking with us during our presidency. We know how hard it was to feel a part of something when we couldn't look at each other live, and we couldn't hug, and we couldn't eat and drink and celebrate together.
A million thanks to Carol Frank, who will be reprising her role as president of the MLRT Sisterhood. We are happy to have her on board. While we are sad to end our time as presidents, we are thrilled to pass the gavel on to a new leader who we know will carry on the success that we have had. Thank you. Oh.
This is so tall. Who's the other one? Oh, the short person, Mike. Well, I remember 3 years ago, because I twisted your arms and got you to agree to be co-presidents of Sisterhood, and it's a good thing we couldn't see into the future. You were less than a year into your presidencies when the pandemic hit, and you continue to lead with, I would just say, flexibility, patience, creativity, and senses of humor. And you got us through a really tough time. And then about a little over a year ago, you came to me at what would have been the end of your term and said, you know what, we'll do an extra year because we don't feel...
Ami did that.
Yeah, Ami. Liz didn't agree, apparently. So you said this wasn't really what we planned, and we would like to have a more normal year. And the past year certainly wasn't exactly normal, but it's amazing what we have been able to do under your leadership. You guys mentioned the sale, and Shalach Manot, which have been amazingly successful. But we've also increased our membership, and we've been able to do some in-person things, and you have kept Sisterhood afloat, and we are just so grateful for your optimism and your good attitudes, and when those were waning, for your resilience and your strength. So on behalf of Sisterhood, we have small tokens of our appreciation for your leadership. Thank you. And on behalf of a lovely group of women, some of whom are here and some who are watching from home, I would like to welcome you to the prestigious club of past presidents. And it is now my honor to introduce our, should we say, returning president, Carol Frank, who, again, I'm the luckiest person in the world because she called me at the 11th hour and said, I think I would consider being like an interim president while we figure out our next steps. And I said, yes, please. Carol has been a wonderful mentor to me and other Sisterhood leaders, and a wonderful friend, and we could not be more excited to welcome her back.
Wow. I just reiterate everything that Mary said, to thank you both for doing such a great job and for doing that extra year and for just making it all so seamless during COVID, which was crazy. Nobody would have anticipated that. So really thank you again for those 3 years of hard work, love, compassion, all of the things that we like sisters to be. You are them. Okay, so here we go. Again. My heart is filled with humility as I become president of this wonderful sisterhood. Again, I've been a member of this temple since 2008, and I can tell you in all sincerity that joining MLRT has been one of the best decisions I've made in my life. My sisters have been here for me through happy times and sad times, and what was the worst time in my life. I will forever be grateful for the love and friendship that has been shown to me over the years. As a sisterhood, we hope to accomplish many things by making a difference in our congregation, in our community, in the institutions of Reform Judaism, and the world at large. I would like to extend a personal invitation to any woman here or at home that may not be a member of our group to join and become part of this wonderful organization. I assure you, there is a place for everyone to fit in. I promise to be brief. So in closing, I'd like to read you a poem from the book, Covenant of the Generations, published by Women of Reform Judaism. Being part of this special sacred group of women allows me to share ideas that sustain and promote the ideals of sisterhood in the midst of women in my community. I feel proud. I am blessed. I am a better woman because of these women who are my friends. I have an opportunity to encourage others to be the best they can be as our greater group builds connections. I feel the strength and bonds of women that link me to the generations before and yet to be. I feel at one with our matriarchs. Sisterhood gives me a sense of continuity to all the sisters who have led me to this place in this time. I am fortunate to call these women sisters. I am in awe of their commitment. I am grateful for this sense of family, Jewish family. This special sacred group of women teaches me about myself. They inspire me to be the best I can be. Together, we build mitzvah and memory and the future. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Not what has happened, but what is recorded makes history. So noted Rosa Sonnenschein, who served as the editor of the magazine The American Jewess, the first English language periodical aimed specifically at Jewish women, with the inaugural issue published in April 1895. In its 4.5-year run, the publication shared articles on a wide array of topics: the demands for synagogue membership for women, health, household, and fashion tips, early expressions of American Zionism, short fiction, and even reflections on the propriety of women riding bicycles. It pointed to an era, in this case the 1890s, that brought forth the first sustained discussion by Jewish women about the roles and responsibilities and possibilities for women in American Jewish communities. Rosa Sonnenschein was surely a woman with whom to be reckoned, and a matriarch to whom we surely owe a debt of gratitude. She was the first American Jewish woman to clearly articulate critiques of the gender inequalities in worship and synagogue leadership, and she demanded that Jewish women thirsting for the word of God be allowed to drink directly from the fountain of religion. As we consider the individuals gracing the bema this evening, I hope Rosa is looking down on us with pride and satisfaction at the enormous strides Judaism has made in the last 130 years. The first bat mitzvah 100 years ago, the first woman ordained as a rabbi 50 years ago, and a plethora of other opportunities. And of course, the founding president of Mainline Reform Temple, Natalie Hodes, whose fortitude and vision provided the foundation for the growth and vitality of our congregation. In one of the articles published in The American Jewess in April 1896, Bertha Hirsch penned an article stating, "Success in any work cannot be hoped for unless the heart is in the doing. No real good will ever come of charity until we learn to let somewhat of ourselves accompany each gift." These profound words are as true today as they were when Miss Hirsch wrote them. They also point to a truism I think our sisterhood embodies, that the programs, events, and volunteering done by the women are done with personal commitment and heart. Women of Reformed Judaism in our sisterhood carry the torch lit by the matriarchs of yesteryears. They continue to advance the social and civic agenda set forth by women like Sonnenschein, Hirsch, and Hodes. Our religious school and our congregation, as well as many other local charities, benefit year after year from Sisterhood's philanthropic efforts and commitment. We are grateful for your abundant contributions to our community and look forward to building for the future in the coming years. I know Cantor looks forward to our partnership. It is an extraordinary group of women with whom I feel deeply connected, having been to most of your homes, celebrated simchas, cried over tragedies, and traveled to Israel, and so many more unique and celebratory and heartwarming experiences. So may each of you, in all of your strength, go always from simcha to simcha, from joy to joy, and from strength to strength. Mazel tov, and thank you. Our service returns now to page 25 as we turn a moment in our prayers for those who are in need of healing. On this Shabbat, we pray for refuah shlema, complete healing, be it of body, mind, or spirit, for all of those in Ukraine who have fled their homes, as well as those who are closer to us. Elisa bat Victoria, Eliyahu ben Moshe, Sarah bat Eli Veshulamit, Victoria bat Sarah, Stephen Cohen, Pearl Corson, Selma Davis, Jerry Dubnoff, Gordon Fink, Sylvia Goldberg, Victoria Sedman Hales, Sarah Hetznecker Sheehan, Hannah Lease, Harvey Licht, Diane Marks, David Rosenberg, Sarah Rosenberg, Gary Schloss, Cindy Spector, Edith Witt, Yulia Millman. So we join together again on page 25, joining with cantor and choir in the singing of our prayer for healing, Misha Berach.
Misha Berach Avotenu Bekor HaBracha Imotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misha Berach Imotenu Bekor HaBracha Avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
We turn to page 26 and rise for Alinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונה, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר היה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
You may be seated. We pause now to remember those who have died, members of our own families, our friends, and even those whom we have never known. They have left this earth but have given us life, and we are grateful. They are our past, and we are their future. We say Kaddish together to honor God. The story of all people, of all generations, is with us when we say Kaddish. Sometimes we say Kaddish to remember a specific person who died recently. Tonight we remember especially the women of our congregation who have died in the past year. And we mark the occasion in our own families and our temple's histories by remembering all of those who died at this time in years past. In silent meditation, may you reflect not only on lives lost, but on lives given. For Kaddish reminds us that our prayers are for the blessings of peace and the promise of life come true. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, and may we on earth provide comfort to all among us who are bereaved. As we consider those we lost most recently, for whom we are in the period of Shloshim, Selma Chazanoff, and those lost at this season in years past, honoring the memories of Mary Ann Mickey Abrams, Jules Adler, Martin Henry Baumholtz, Rose Bell, Marion Bearston, Harry Braunstein, Albert J. Clark, Sarah Cohen, Myron Deutsch, Bernice Dissner, Leonard Dorn, Zach Eggendorf, Tanya Eggendorf, Joshua J. Ehrlich, Morris Feinstein, Bernard Fishman, Dennis Joseph Fleming, Philip Foreman, Philip Gershman, Miriam Ginsburg, Marvin B. Glickman, Barbara Greenberg, Joel Green. We remember Leopold Haas, Bruce Hess, Charlotte Leslie Horwitz, Samuel Horwitz, Aaron Kahn, Jacob W. Kamens, Ellie Kaiser, Frank King, Jean Knopping, Violet S. Crone, Marlene Levin, Herbert Lotman, Morris Love, Erwin M. Melgan, Suzanne Aronson Miller, Francis Netsky, Betty Heron Olshan, Byron Prusky, Michelle Susan Powers, Harry Ressner, Helen Rosen, Rose Rosen, David Rosenblum, Phyllis Rubin, Ellen Ruttenberg, Cecilia Sachs, Rose Samons, Nat Schwartz, Miriam Schwartz, Andrew Silverman, Florence Silverman, Gloria Singer, David Adam Smith, Eleanor Sossman, Andrew Spector, Gloria Steinberg, Albert Waxman, Anna Weinberg, Martin Weiss, Samuel B. White, Rose Whitman, Richard Winston, Estelle Zeldin. Zichronam Livracha, may their memories be an eternal blessing as we rise to praise God's name on page 28 to join in the Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah, v'alma divra chirutei v'yamlech malchutei, v'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kari v'imru, amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olamei almaya, v'yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shmei Kudsha B'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tishbechata v'nechamata, damiran b'alma v'imru, amen. Yehei Shlama Rabbah min Shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Osei shalom b'mromav, hu ya'asei shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. May the Holy Blessed One who makes peace descend in the high heavens make peace descend upon us, upon Israel, and upon the world. And together we say, amen. You may be seated, except for Mary Camplain, who we call upon to share with you this week's announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you to Rabbi Newberg, Cantor Rudnick, Andy Heller, for leading us in a beautiful service this evening. Mazel tov, and a very special thank you to the Sisterhood and the Sisterhood Choir for adding your voices and spirit to our service. I'm wearing my other hat right now. Feels weird. I want to call your attention to some very exciting upcoming programs and special events. Join Rabbi Newberg tomorrow at 9 a.m. for Torah study, followed by our Shabbat morning service. Both Torah study and services will be available in person and on Zoom. Tomorrow night at 6:30, join Canna Rudnick and her family for Havdalah with the Rudnicks. This program is on Zoom only. A special reminder to our religious school families, Sunday is the last day of class for this year. Also on Sunday, join the MLRT Beer Club at 7 p.m. at Tired Hands Fermenteria in Ardmore. You can choose which one of these apply to you the most, or all. On Tuesday, MLRT will be organizing transportation to the Jewish Rally for Abortion Justice. The rally will be held in Washington, D.C. from 9 to 10:30 a.m. Please check the e-news and upcoming emails for more information, or talk to Rabbi Newberg. Next week, we have 2 special events honoring Rabbi Strauss on his retirement. We hope you will join us for an evening with Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist Bret Stephens on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. The topic of Mr. Stephens' talk is A New York Times Columnist Takes Stock of the World. That could go in a lot of different directions. Tickets are available on the MLRT website. This program is in person only. On Friday, please join us for Shabbat services at 8 p.m., when we will be joined by Jonah Pessner, Director of the Religious Action Center of Reform Judaism. A special oneg will follow services. You can join us in person and on live stream. You will find complete information about all of our programs in the MLRT Bulletin and on our website, www.mlrt.org. And we extend a special mazel tov to Jonathan Gordon, Daniel Mollick, and Charlie and Brody Hamill, who will celebrate becoming bar mitzvah on Saturday in what promises to be a very joyous occasion. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
I'm done.
We have a few concluding prayers and a song. So we are going to continue on page 31.
O source of life, as this very special evening nears its end, we are grateful for the blessings you have bestowed upon us. We offer our thanks to you for the bonds that link our sisterhoods in friendship, service, commitment, and worship. We thank you for those who have been our leaders. Yes. And ask your blessing for those who are just beginning their journey this evening. Yes. Eternal One, guide our new leadership, these daughters of Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and Rachel, as they strive to reach their goals. Grant them the clear vision to meet our challenges, and help them to see that just as there are challenges along the journey, so are there precious treasures.
Help all of us to remember that in loving one another, we show our love of you. In listening to one another, we hear your voice. In forgiving each other's shortcomings, we acknowledge your perfection. In serving our sisterhoods, we carry out your divine will. Shekhinah, may you watch over all of us and instill within us the courage, inspiration, and wisdom to go forward and realize our goals. As we each continue our journey, may we build on the past, impact the present, and dream the future. And may we go forward from strength to strength. Kain Yehi Ratzon, may it be God's will.
We gather today as women of faith. We gather today as women of vision, women of commitment, women of action, women who live the covenant made with God at Sinai. We gather as leaders of sisterhood dedicated to Tikkun Olam and devoted to the highest ideals of our religion.
We gather as women of Reform Judaism. We pray that our deliberations today reflect the values we cherish and that our decisions mirror our aspirations for our sisterhoods. May our gathering today strengthen and inspire each of us individually and in community, so that we, in turn, can strengthen and inspire the women who look to us to lead them.
Our closing song is on page 34 with the Don Olam. We will join, thank you, Sisterhood Choir, for the beautiful music. One more song to go.
This was their request, so in the words of Leslie Breyer, Ruach.
Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Li'et Nasa, B'chef Sokol, Azay Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, Ve'acharei Kichlot HaKol, Levado Yimnoch Nora Adon Olam, Ve'hu Haya, Ve'hu Hoveh, Ve'hu Tifara Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Li'et Nasa, B'chef Sokol, Azay Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, Ve'hu Echad V'yein Sheni, Leham Shelo Lehachbira Adon Olam, Beli Reshit, Beli Tachlit, Melo Ha'oz Ve'ha'misra Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Li'et Nasa, B'chef Sokol, Azay Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, Ve'hu Eli, V'chai Goali, V'tzur Chevli Be'et Zara Adon Olam, Ve'hu Nisi Umanos Li, Menat Kosi Be'yom Mekra Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Le'et Nasa, B'chef Sokol, Azay Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, Be'yado V'fkid Ruchi, Be'et Tishan Ve'ayra Adon Olam, Ve'im Ruchi Geviati, Adonai Li Ve'lo Ira Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol, Yitzir Nivra, Li'et Nasa, B'chef Sokol, Azay Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Please join us for Oneg out in the lobby.
We sang them when we were I like the challenge. You really have to work hard. Oh yeah. You know, I remember the you have to have your own part. You really have to know your part. Exactly. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Thanks for letting me crash the party.
So, the question was, where did you learn that Adon Olam? Because we've never seen it.
Oh my God, that's camp.
Well, that's why I said.
That's my childhood.
That's why I said together. It must have been a camp school. The kids love that. It wasn't Shirenu, but I said I can tell you that Marshall never did.
Yeah, I don't. No, that's not a Marshall.
I can't do worms.
Yeah, that's Hebrew school.
Yes. Definitely not Marshall. Oh, heck no.
I was just curious because, it seems so familiar to so many, but it's not something that we've done here. So I figured it must have been a camp school.
That's what I did that at Don Olam. The first time I did chapel services here this year. And I was like, oh, it's even Don Olam. It's not even in the book, but it's in the PowerPoint I'm playing chords.
No, it's cool.
That's very cool.
Ladies, have a good week. Thank you for being here. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, they probably say that in here. They probably say that.
I want to. I haven't graduated from PT yet, so I have to.
So what happened to you?
So I was swimming in Kettleville, and I went down and went up, and something happened, and I was like, and then by later that night, I was like, and I had to miss work. Flexeril. Oh, lots of Flexeril.
Oh, when your back goes
Yeah.
down? Oh, that's her.
And then PT. And now I'm mostly fine, but it's nice to see you too. I miss you guys. Well, I don't know if I'm going to graduate PT in time for the end of the
Really? Where are you going?
Body Rebuilders.
Oh, I went there for a little while, but I didn't do well. I had to go into water.
Oh, yeah, well, I've been swimming too.
No, I had to go into water. Maybe it was the person I was using. A lot of people here didn't want to use it.
Oh, the guy I'm using for his name is Mark. He's very good.
I heard good things. No, about 4 people here had used the one that I used. And I didn't do well. And I went back to the doctor and he said, "We need you to get strength in water." And I started doing aquatic fitness with physical therapy in the water.
But you can't
Oh, no, you
Well, my son's, I was just there for worry about it. I was supposed to go next month for my birthday, but now it's
gave that information to American Jewish, Southern Jewish culture in New Orleans. It's a nice, it incorporates all 13 Southern
For fun.
They're under 5, they haven't been vaccinated. Or even if they are 5, they only got like 1 shot. My kids are all telling me they're nervous to go out. They want to go to restaurants, you know. I was driving in New Orleans and we had to pass through a little sliver of Alabama to get to New Orleans. There's a little sliver up at the corner of the state.
If your lady will
I will pass that along to her. I don't know if anybody there. Right.
Did you go down to Alabama?
That's really cool. That's awesome.
It's always exciting, you know, you get to stop and see
That's really awesome. Get support. Yes. All right.
Oh, I will. Are you guys going on Saturday? Yes. I wanted to send my kids a picture of me up at the beamer. We've been at it.
MLRC all the time.
Oh, it's next weekend.
Oh, well, you'll be there too? Maybe come that Friday night and I can embarrass you guys. Isn't it sensitive? Get out of town.
She's a great queen. Yeah.
Do you need this for tomorrow?
Yeah.